Da kwamishinan matasa Jamilu Umar Basta kenan. Ciwon da ka damu mu yanzu ya warke.
A cikin shekara guda.
Sokoto ta gyaru yanzu ta yi haske.
A cikin shekara guda.
Amadu ka kyautu in yi mata ke.
A cikin shekara guda.
Ai da ma hanya saninta sai falke.
A cikin shekara guda.
Daga Alu ka yi ƙoƙarin gaske.
A cikin shekara guda.
Fannoni da yawa kayo gyara.
A cikin shekara guda.
Mun tabbata kai ka wuce gaban saura.
A cikin shekara guda.
Zana faɗo ayyukan da ka tsara.
A cikin shekara guda.
Yanzu gari babu mai macara.
A cikin shekara guda.
Domin ga titunan mu ka gyara.
A cikin shekara guda.
Kuma Sokoto yau babu mai ganin shara.
A cikin shekara guda.
Gefe na ruwan sha zuwan ka kai gyara.
A cikin shekara guda.
Gefe na wutar nefa kayo gyara.
A cikin shekara guda.
Sola ita ma mun gaga ta nan karara.
A cikin shekara guda.
Gefen ilimi take yanke kai gyara.
A cikin shekara guda.
Har gefen lafiyar mu kai gyara.
A cikin shekara.
Of course, he's a GSM, former governor, senator, and now honorable minister of work. Please, once again, let's put our hands for him. The honorable minister came with the brand new minister of state for us, our own barrister, Muhammad Bello. Please, a round of applause for him. Incidentally, he's a proud son of the soil. I don't want to go into other protocols that have been put in place by the MC. Let me mention that the Senate and the House of Reps are here represented. I would like to mention that the Senate Committee Chair on Works is this Senator Barinada Mpigi. Please a round of applause for him. We also have distinguished Senator Adamu Alero, who is the Vice Chair of the Senate Committee on Works. The Deputy Chief Whip is here, distinguished Senator Onyekachi Peter Mwebori. You're welcome, sir. The Chair of the Federal House of Representative Committee on Works is no any other person than Right Honorable Akin. Please, a round of applause for him. His vice is also here. But let me mention that Honorable Architect Osman Bade is here. Please, a round of applause for him. Honorable Masuru Jega is here. Honorable Barrister OK Joe is here. Honorable Aliyu Ibrahim is here. Now the SSA to the President of Community Engagement is here in charge of Northwest. Honorable Abdullahi Yakasi, please a round of applause for him.
So as it's connecting now from, you see, from Ilela now here to Badagry, there are a lot of villages and states in between. Yes, so it's actually connecting, as you said.
So idan muka dawo da Hausa Aisha kamar yadda muke cewa yayin da shi mai gabatarwa yake ci gaba da gabatar da manyan bakin da suka zo daga birnin tarayya Abuja, za a ce wannan taron je shine na azahar sashin tubalin anya da ta tashi daga Sokoto zuwa Badagry ta birnin Eko, ina ce Eko a Lagos kenan, wanda shine zai taimaka. Wannan hanya tana da tsawon kilomita kimanin 1000 ne. Wanda gwamnatin shugaban kasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu ta bayar da kwangilarta. To wannan hanyar a yau ne za a aza hasashen tubalinta, kuma idan aka kammala ta ana sa ran ta tallafa wajen bunkasuwar kawo sauki ga shige da ficen sana'o'i zance ne ko transportation dai, zai kawo matasa aikin yi, zai ƙara bunƙasa aikin yi, zai ƙara bunƙasa sufuri na kayan gona zuwa cikin gari. Su mutanen karkara su ma akwai dai abubuwa da dama wanda yin wannan titin alfanun shi yana da yawa, wanda al'umma za su amfana kwarai da gaske. Aisha, bari mu saurari mai gabatarwa wato Abubakar Bawa domin mu ji karin bayanin da zai yi.
staff chief of staff haka duwa
kuma Amadu kai wa ma'aikata gyara
a cikin shekara guda.
albashi ka ce aishi ba makara
A cikin shekara guda.
malamai sai yanzu za su sha madara
A cikin shekara guda.
ɗalibai ma sun yaba ka kai gyara
A cikin shekara guda.
da kulfidin an ɗaga shi an ƙara
A cikin shekara guda.
Your Excellencies, before we start by inviting to make their remarks here, let me quickly recognize in our midst the presence of His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, Hamza Abubakar, the Sokoto State APC Chairman, Honorable Isa Sadiq Achida, Secretary to the State Government Muhammad Bello Sifa, Chief of Staff Government House Sokoto Aminu Hanundoko MNI, as well as the Sokoto State Head of Civil Service. Your Excellencies, other invited guests, it's good for us to start by telling those that are following us on TV that we're gathered here in Ilela to flag off by the federal government. The event, as I told you earlier, is being transmitted live on NTA, Arise, TVC, and of course other radio stations. Your Excellency, permit me to start by inviting the Sokoto State Deputy Governor Engineer Idris Muhammad Burbil, who happens to be the Commissioner for Works in Sokoto State, to come forward for a welcome address. Your Excellency, sir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Sokoto State, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto, PhD, FCNA, the Honorable Minister of Works, Alhaji Isa Sadiq Achida, His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar III, the Honorable SA here present, SA Community Engagement of Mr. President, the Honorable Speaker of Sokoto State and Deputy Speaker, members of the Sokoto State House of Assembly, Sokoto Council member here present, SSG Chief of Staff, Government House Sokoto, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Works, and Permanent Secretary, Sokoto State Ministry of Works, Sokoto State APC elders here present, Ilela Local Government Chairman and Ilela Party Chairman here present, members of the press, our security chief in Sokoto State, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is my singular honor and privilege to, on behalf of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Sokoto State, on the historical occasions of Black Ops of Ilela Badagry Super Coastal Highway. Today history is made for a dream come true, and I stand proudly to state that the bold decisions of making the idea of this initiative a reality by the federal government under the able leadership of President and the Commander of Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, could not have come at a better time than now. As you are all aware, the road constructions is one of the key factors of ensuring rapid socio-economic development of every given society. A vision that delights with the focus of the present government of His Excellency Dr. Ahmad Ali Sokoto, that is captured and reflected in his 9-point smart agenda, a true testimony of every citizen in Sokoto State of today. At this juncture, it is once again my singular honor and privilege to welcome His Excellency the Honorable Minister, Senator Dr. Engineer David Umahi and his members of entourage to this all-important historic occasion for the formal Black Ops of Ilela Badagry Super Coastal Highway, covering a total length of 1,068 kilometers. Finally, I want to assure the Honorable Minister that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and the members of his entourage back to Abuja safely after these memorable occasions. Thank you and wassalamu alaikum. Thank you.
Thank you, DJ. We just listened to a welcome address by the Sokoto State Deputy Governor, Engineer Idris Muhammad Gobe. Your Excellencies, other distinguished personalities have been directed to inform speakers that are coming to make remarks at this all-important occasion to be as snappy as possible because of time constraint. They should, if possible, please kindly do away with all our protocol, just hit the nail on the head. Thank you. I now hand over the microphone to my colleague, Mr. Oji, to continue.
At this point, let me invite the rep of the Director in charge of Highways, Bridges and Design, Engineer Musa O, please, for a very brief remark. 3 minutes, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start on the existing protocol. I welcome everyone and thank you for the opportunity to be with you on this special occasion. This 1,068-kilometer Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway is a trade, transport and security ring corridor which transfers Sokoto, Kebbi, Niger, my Kwara State, Oyo, Ogun and Lagos State. This is to reduce transportation costs, improve trade connectivity, efficiency, economy of scale of the road, and to improve the trade and the corridor beyond the corridor and beyond. This multi-lane road will be of 6 lanes, 3 lanes of each side to be separated with the beautiful median landscaping and street lighting and the modern digital signage. The corridor link the various existing inter-border towns and routes, providing quick access and improving the border area for trade and security support and enabling environment. For ease of design and construction of this project, the project is divided into sections. This section we are flagging up today is section 1, phase A, which passes through, starting from this Ilela and passes through Kalmalo, Mungwadata, Dantodo, Sauna, Kiaga, Jabangidama Dudu, Salia, Saraku, Kaura, Turkumwa, Baleo, Gande, and then at Salami, a total kilometer of 120. I want to put it on record that this route, we know that the construction, this route is no doubt that the construction of this legacy road of the renewed administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be constructed with reinforced concrete pavement, which will be constructed by a reputable contractor, which are reputable and reliable contractor with a proven record in the rigid pavement that will last for more than 50, not less than 100 years. This road will be constructed by Zytec Nigeria Limited that have constructed the trouble zone of Apapa Usodi Road and the ongoing coastal road in Lagos to Calabar. Please, I want to put it on record that the road, when fully completed, will improve and bring about the rapid development of the northern part of the country and the whole nation in general. Thank you and God bless you all.
Please, a round of applause for him. May I at this point also invite the Director in charge of Highways, Construction and Rehabilitation, Engineer Bakare Omar, please, for a very short message. Engineer Bakare Omar. Please give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to this all-important occasion. I want to say it's one of its kind in the history of our nation. We have a road that is traversing from the up north down south, a road that will pass through about 7 states. And here we have flagging off the very first section in the phase A of the project. It's a project that has been on in the area of design, and now we've been able to complete the design. We are going into the construction phase. When we have our roads being built, a lot of people do not know that a lot of work goes into the design, several days, and this we have to give credit to our indefatigable minister who has day and night worked with the engineers in the ministry and the consultants to make sure that we have the best kind of design and follow the best kind of route to achieve this. Done a lot to push the renewed hope agenda of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, camera, could you come this way? Camera, this way.
so that we'll face one direction. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we want to invite the Permanent Secretary may we invite the Chief Accounting Officer of the Federal Ministry of Works, Yakubu Adam Kufaramata, PhD, for his special remarks. Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Works, please.
Your Excellency, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by His Excellency, the Sokoto State Governor, Dr. Ahmed Aliu, By Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Works of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Engineer Dr. David Mweze Umahi, may I kindly seek your permission to stand on other existing protocols, please. Thank you, Your Excellencies. Today, history is being made again. On the 26th of May, 2024 in Lagos, Nigeria, Mr. President also flagged off the ceremony of the construction of a road from Lagos to Calabar that runs across the coastal sphere of Nigeria. On that day, Mr. President directed the Chief Project Officer of Nigeria, a man with an uncommon vision, a man with an uncommon character, Chief Dr. Engineer Umahi, to ensure that Sokoto to Badagry Super Highway is constructed. Today, less than 5 months later, Mr. President, we are here to commission and flag off that ceremony of over 1,600 kilometers that run from Ilela here up to Badagry in Lagos. Ladies and gentlemen, this calls for a round of applause to Mr. President, please. Thank you. Politicians all over the country go out of the way to say Mr. President doesn't like the North. David Umahi doesn't like the North. Please, allow us that are in the field
to do the work for Nigeria and Nigerians. This is not time of politics. This is time of project delivery, developmental projects. This is the time for growth of Nigeria. You may wish to know, already work has commenced on the Lagos Calabar, and there is another spur that is coming from Calabar, Ebonyi, up to Abuja. Just of recent, Mr. President approved that another road begins from Abuja, runs through Jos, Bauchi, Gombe, up to Yola. Then somebody will come and tell us that no, Mr. President is concentrating in the southwest. Please leave us alone. Let us work for Nigeria and Nigerians. This very uncommon minister, Chief Dr. Engineer David Umahi, one day called me and said, Permanent Secretary, I said, sir, some companies that were hitherto awarded the contract of Abuja to Kano are playing politics with us. What do we do? I said, sir, why don't we provide palliatives on that road? Let it be motorable. And the Honorable Minister stood up, hugged me, and said, you have my verbal approval first before bringing it to approve it. And the following day he approved it. And those of us that ply the road now from Abuja to Kano, we see work being done 24/7 in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night, non-stop. Thank you so very much, Mr. President, for considering your subjects. Nigerians are there for you, and we continue to pray for the success of this country. To the company that emerged, high-tech construction company, when the job was given to them to construct Lagos to Calabar, a lot of people rose and were condemning the company. Now, no, they are friends to Mr. President. No, they are being favored. I want to assure Nigerians that due process was strictly adhered to in the award of that contract. Because of the negative vibes and talks, this time around we said we will not go for direct procurement. It shall be through either open competitiveness or selective tendering. And will you believe it, through selective tendering, high-tech still emerged the winner, the best. So it demonstrates that even the first procurement process was never flawed in any way. We visited for monitoring and evaluation of the job, and we could see even plane could land on that road. And I want to also, at this juncture, plead with high-tech. This Sokoto to Badagry coastal highway must be constructed the way the coastal highway is being constructed, so that even at night, planes can land on this way, on this our super highway. And I assure you, this coastal, this super highway being constructed is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may keep any one of us to see to its collapse, because minimum we are being given is 100 years, and I doubt much if any one of us will stay for one more 100 years. In conclusion, I want to use this public media. His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, is here. Sakim Muslimi of the whole of Nigeria. David Umahi has demonstrated an uncommon character and uncommon love to the Sultanate. The rest I leave it to you. You know what to do, Your Excellency. Thank you so very much. God bless you all.
Excellencies, having heard from the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Works, I now have the singular honor and privilege to invite the Honorable Minister of Budget and National Planning, His Excellency Alhaji Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, CON, to come forward and address and make his remarks. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you. Let me join the Permanent Secretary in recognizing His Excellency Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is ably represented by His Excellency the Sokoto State Governor, Dr. Ahmed Ali, the Deputy Governor, the Speaker, National Assembly members here, His Eminence the Sultan, my dear brother and colleague, Engineer David Mwezi Umahi, and the Minister of Water Resources, State Water Resources, who is now the Minister of State Works designate, Barrister Bello Goronyu, and also the Minister of Labor and Employment designate, Alhaji Meberi Dingyadi. Let me also recognize all those who have been recognized earlier, especially including the construction company and the people of Ilela and Sokoto State that are all gathered here. Today marks a very important and significant day for Nigeria. In July, the Engineer David Umahi, the Minister of Works, came to Kebbi, where he hosted a town hall meeting and led consultation for the Ilela-Badagry Highway. Earlier, as alluded to by the Permanent Secretary, in May, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway was flagged off, and today we are here in Ilela to flag off the Ilela-Badagry Superhighway. And this is a promise kept, because the promise was given by Mr. President, and today we are seeing the fulfillment of that promise. Not only that, Mr. President campaigned on the Renewed Hope agenda, and I pretty much have been to any state where he has campaigned, particularly in this one. Nobody asked him for Lagos-Calabar Superhighway. Nobody asked him for Ilela-Badagry. But this represents his vision for the transformation of Nigeria. This represents his desire that Nigeria is capable of building infrastructure that can support our dreams of being a greater nation, that can support economic activity that includes all. And not only that, these infrastructure projects are being funded by an arrangement under the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Funding, which, with the support of the National Assembly, have ring-fenced some money as equity contribution by the federal government and innovative financing to ensure that from start to finish, these infrastructure projects will be fully funded. That is very imaginative, and we congratulate and thank Mr. President. The Permanent Secretary again have said that Mr. President is a great believer in Nigeria. He is a very proud Nigerian. He believes that we have a country to be proud of, we have a country to build, and the choices that we make, rather than playing blame game, pleasant and unpleasant, are designed to put Nigeria on the right course. And by God's grace, it is on the right course. Just today before I left here, Mr. President was attending an event in Abuja. I was there earlier before he arrived, on livestock sector transformation consultation, which again reflects his understanding, his desire that we must create a country where all will be supported, and infrastructure is at the heart of it. We thank Mr. President, About a month ago, I was in Sokoto State Government House, and I borrowed from a Hausa saying that I have the right in Sokoto, and now I'm even doing that before the governor again and His Eminence in Chima, Sokotawa and Basa, that Sokoto will ever remain grateful to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will ever be grateful to APC, because despite economic challenges that many people thought we should wait until we are buoyant, no, but we are undertaking transformational projects with innovative financing, and that we are taking this event, we are doing this event in Ilela, reflects Mr. President's confidence. The security improvement that we are witnessing makes it easy for us to come and gather here and celebrate, and this project will be delivered. Equally, I want to thank my brother, the Minister of Work, Engineer David Omagi. I don't know what the FAMSEC meant, because sometimes when you do it the Sultan properly, you go home with another wife. But I don't think that is what we are being asked for, because I'll oppose it. But to recognize that this is somebody who appreciated Mr. President's dream, and he's walking the talk. He knows that Nigeria is a greater country, it's a great country, and he supports Mr. President's vision wholeheartedly. And equally, to thank all the members of the National Assembly who worked so hard to approve Mr. President's vision. And equally, to thank the representative of Mr. President, the Sokoto State Governor, for all the commendable development he is doing and leading in Sokoto State, as well as the construction company who have track record and whom we are confident will do a good job, and the party leadership. And also, maybe last but not the least, is to just appreciate our security agencies, because Nigeria is becoming a safer country to drive in, a safer country to undertake activity, and all this is because it's part of the renewed hope dream. May God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. That was remarked by the Honorable Minister of Budget and National Planning, His Excellency Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. Before I go on to invite the next speaker, I would like to remind the incoming speakers to be as snappy as possible, please. Time is not on our side, so please help us and do away with all of the protocol. Your Excellency, other distinguished persons, may I now invite His Excellency Distinguished Senator Mahmoud Al-Maleru, CON, to come onto the podium and deliver his remarks. Your Excellency.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Sokoto State, Ahmed Alu, PhD, who is representing Mr. President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, honorable ministers that are here with us, members of the National Assembly, Your Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, let me for want of time stand on the existing protocol already established. Just about July, we were in Kebbi to unveil Mr. President's intention to construct Lagos Sokoto Road. By then we have not even added Ilela. I'm happy today we have added Ilela. This is a project that has been on the drawing board for over 48 hours. Sorry, for over 48 years. I could recall vividly that it was awarded in 1978 during the regime of General Olusegun Obasanjo. And work started during the regime of Alhaji Shehu Shagari of blessed memory. Unfortunately, because of differences among the politicians, this project was stopped. We, the governors of Sokoto, Zamfara, and Kebbi, I could recall in 2003, we met President Obasanjo and asked him to revisit this project. He said he will. Unfortunately, he didn't do that till he left office. I'm happy today President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has fulfilled that dream. If this project is constructed, it will reduce the time of transportation between Sokoto to Lagos by just about 48 hours instead of spending 2 days. So it is going to be a game changer as far as transportation is concerned in Nigeria. And I understand that it's not only going to be road construction. There are going to be other ancillary services that will be provided. Dams will be provided for irrigation purposes along the corridor. I understand railway line will also be constructed, just like what Mr. President promised, that there will be a coastal railroad between Lagos to Calabar. Equally, we want a rail line to be constructed from Lagos to Ilela. Last week, I was in Kano to inspect the construction of a rail line from Kano to Daura to Maradi, Buspa to Katsina. And I sincerely hope that this section of the country will not be ignored under the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. And I'm sure Mr. President will do that since he is hearing what we are discussing. This road is a road like no other. It is the first of its kind in the whole of northern Nigeria, because the Ministry of Works said they will use the latest technology on road construction. The only road I saw like that is in Lagos, linking Apapa, Oshodu, or Oshoki Expressway, and is built by the same constructor, that is high-tech. So I'm sure the selection of the contractor is well made. What I saw in Lagos, if it is duplicated here, I'm sure we're not going to have any problem. We in the National Assembly will give Mr. President all the legislative support he requires to ensure the completion of this road. Not only this one, any other legacy road already started, we will ensure its completion. The National Assembly will give all the support. I'm here to represent all the senators from Sokoto, from Zamfara, from Kebbi, because this road touches 3 geopolitical zones, i.e. the northwest, the north central, and finally the southwest. So it is a very important road that should not be ignored. And I decided that I must be here to flag off its construction. Honorable Minister, we thank you very much for your vision. We thank you very much for your tenacity. We thank you very much for your dedicateness. And I sincerely hope that within the next 5 to 4 years, we will come here and commission this all-important road. Thank you very much. May God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now the turn of the House Committee on Works to lend its voice. But before I do that, let me announce that Honorable Hassan Bala Abubakar is here, Federal House of Representatives. Honorable Ibrahim Al-Mustafa Rabba is here. Honorable Abdullahi Kalambali is here. And Honorable Nasser Odinga. Please let me at this point invite the Chairman, Federal House of Reps Committee on Works. He's represented by Honorable Akidel Osman Baye, who is the Vice Chair of that noble committee. Mr. Vice Chair, sir.
Come this side.
Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Nabil Kareem. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Sokoto State, Dr. Aliu Ahmad Aliu, His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, His Excellency, Honorable Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, His Excellency, the new Brand Minister of State, the son of the soil, Dr. Muhammad Bello, distinguished senators, members of House of Representatives, honorable ministers, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed both honor and privilege to stand today in this occasion. That is the flag of this presidential legacy project, which was conceptualized by our ancient leaders years back. The construction of Sokoto Badagry Superhighway is the project that consists of both road and rail line to enhance the connectivity, promote economic growth, development, as well as improving the quality of livelihood of our people. This day is not just a celebration of infrastructural development, but a testimony of Mr. President's renewed hope agenda, a commitment to better the life of Nigerians. Roads are veins of our economy. They connect our farm to markets. They connect our businesses to consumers. They are essential for trade, education, security, healthcare development, and jobs creation of our teeming youth. As it said, the state of our road connection reflects directly the psychological state of our nation. Therefore, as we flag off this gigantic project, we should not forget the dilapidated states of our internal federal roads. Ongoing projects such as Zaria, Funtua, Gusau, Sokoto Dualization Project, among others. On behalf of National Assembly, particularly House of Representatives, I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to Mr. President and Honorable Minister for their tireless effort in making this project a reality. Your vision and dedication have been instrumental in pushing this initiative forward. Therefore, on behalf of Mr. Speaker, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas Ian Zazzau GCON, I want to assure you all our legislative backing you require to actualize this ambitious project, and also to assure Nigerians that we will embark on effective and rigorous oversight to ascertain all kobo appropriated is well utilized and speak for the nation. As we embark on this journey, I urge all the stakeholders involved to maintain highest standard quality and safety, as project is more than just concrete and asphalt. It is a pathway to opportunities. Let us remember that infrastructural development is not merely about construction. It is also about building better future for our children and fostering unity, progress, hope in our great nation for generations to come. Thank you, and once again, congratulations for this new appointment we have by Mr. President of our new brand Minister of States, Dr. Mohamed Bello Gwaranyu. Ma'as-salam. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was the voice of the Vice Chair of the Federal House of Friends Committee on Works. At this point, let me invite the Chair of the House Senate Committee on Works. The person that will speak now will represent the Chair, and that is Distinguished Senator Onyekachi Peter Mweboyi, the Deputy Whip of the 10th Senate, the youngest in the history of the Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are welcome, Distinguished Senator.
Your Excellency, the Transformational Governor of Sokoto State, Dr. Ali Sokoto, the first son of the state. Your Excellency, the Performing Minister of Works, His Excellency, Senator David Mweze Umahe, our father, His Eminence, I salute you, sir. Let me first and foremost appreciate the performing governor of Sokoto State for his total commitment in transforming Sokoto State infrastructurally. And that is what Mr. President, our president, the promise-keeping president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is doing today to complement the effort of the governor by awarding this over 1,000 kilometers of road to traverse Lagos to Sokoto, thereby connecting the southwest Nigeria with the northwest Nigeria. In the history of our country, Nigeria, this is the longest road ever embarked by the Federal Republic of Nigeria since 1960. I therefore charge you, the people of Sokoto State and the entire northern region, to give all the necessary cooperation to the contractors to make sure that the job is done in line with the specifications. And to the contractor, gone are the days where money will be appropriated and paid for a project and the project will be abandoned. And Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we are going to beam our eagle eye on this project to guarantee value for money. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, permit me to now invite
podium.
Your Excellency, other distinguished personalities, is now my singular honor and privilege to invite a son of the soil, a legal luminary, a brand new Minister for State, Terminus of Works, Barrister Mohammed Bello, to come forward and make his remarks. The Honorable Minister, sir.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. Your Excellency, our dear Governor, Alhaji Ahmad Aliyu Sokoto FCNA PhD, who is standing in here for our leader, His Excellency, the President of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, GCFR. My boss, the Honorable Minister of Works, Chief, His Excellency Senator David Umahi, Your Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar III, the Honorable, the Senators here, with particular mention, Alhaji Adamu Aleru, my father, Honorable Ministers, my father Katukan Sokoto, my leader in the cabinet, Alhaji Atiku Bagudu, Honorable Speaker, Chairman and members of the Senate and House of Representative Committees, the Deputy Governor of Sokoto State, the Honorable Speaker, please, Your Excellency, allow me to stand on the existing protocol already established by the MC. Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, today's flag-off ceremony is a clear testimony of our President's renewed hope agenda. I mean, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As a cabinet member, I have been hearing this issue of mentioning Sokoto, Ilela, Lagos, Badagry from the mouth of His Excellency more than 3 times. There was a day I was even discussing with my leader, not even knowing that I'm coming to meet him in the Ministry of Works, that His Excellency is always mentioning about this Ilela, Sokoto, Badagry, Lagos, Badagry. He's so special about it. And that was why when the memo came, we all supported the memo and it was passed. And alhamdulillah, today we are witnessing the flag-off ceremony of this road. There is no doubt that this road is a game changer because it is going to provide a lot of employment to our team and unemployed youth, provide small, medium, and large-scale enterprises, connect to dams and irrigation sites, reduce the number of hours from here to Lagos for the movement of goods, and above all, provide solve a lot of problem of insecurity in our land. This is the president that has a lot of passion, a lot of commitment, and a visionary leader. There is no doubt that it is only a man with vision, with commitment, and a high sense of patriotism to his country and nation at large will be able to flag off this very important road. It's about 1,000 kilometers, as you have already heard from the PAMSEC, and the money is there. The money is already kept, so there is no worries. Alhamdulillah, we thank Mr. President for identifying with us, for coming to our aid in this time, and we thank our dear governor for supporting the renewed hope agenda of our dear president. To my minister, let me also welcome you to Sokoto, the seat of the Caliphate. We are coming for the very first time in our official capacity. I pray God Almighty to continue to guide and protect you. And I want to also tip in something that the Honorable, the Permanent Secretary said could not explain better. Maybe he was a little bit nervous to say that Mr. Engineer Chief, His Excellency David Umahi, want to go with another cap from the Sultanate. Maybe that is why he pledged that His Eminence the Sultan should recognize him. I thank you very much, and I thank every one of you. May God Almighty take everybody back to their destination. Thank you, and God bless
Thank you, DJ. Well, we've just listened to a brief, concise remarks from the Honorable Minister for State Works, Barrister Muhammad Bello Gorenyo. Your Excellency, it's now time to invite His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Salah Bakar III, to make his remarks. Your Eminence, sir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. Your Excellency, the representative of Mr. President and our own governor, we are wearing two caps, but I'm not seeing the Asiwaju cap yet. I want to recognize you and not recognize our dear Minister of Works. His Minister of State Works wants me to recognize you, so I have recognized you. Your Excellencies here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This afternoon, as it pleased Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are once more gathered as brothers and sisters of this great country, Nigeria. We want to welcome the Honorable Minister in one of his numerous trips around the country to perform his official duties of working for the nation. We thank Almighty Allah for allowing us this day, and we pray to Almighty Allah to grant us longer life, for us to witness the destruction or the end or the destruction, yes, of this road, which was supposed to be 100 years. So may Allah make us to live 100 years to see the end of this road. It's my prayer. Your Excellencies, at occasions like this, and you are called to speak almost at the end, almost everything you wanted to say must have been said by previous speakers. We've heard of the importance of this road, not only this particular, but all roads. We've heard of the importance of leaders doing the right thing. I'm not going to go into that. But I want to assure you our presence here says it all. We totally believe in the welfare of our people. And for any leader to believe in the welfare of his people, I want to say he's on the right track. Because our Khalifa leader said, seeing to the welfare of your subjects is more important and positive than the use of force. So it's important for us to always see to the welfare of our people. And such projects really add values to the welfare of our people across the length and breadth of this country. So I want to identify with the federal government for this very great leap in making sure that this road is completed and in a record time. I'm glad to hear the money is already there. So the fluctuation of dollar or not has nothing to do with the lack of completion of this road. I will personally monitor the work of this road, Honorable Minister. And whatever they think I should give you will be subject to the completion of this road or the level of work seen beyond Sokoto and up to Kwara. So I'll monitor. If you want anything, like your Honorable, like the PAMSEC said, I will monitor. I'll be the one to reach out to you through my own governor. I said, look, you believe that the minister has done a lot to be brought back here for whatever he thought he should get? If the governor said yes, then that yes is yes. So work hard, see that we call you very soon in the next couple of days when this road is almost completed. The Sokoto Zaria road is very important too, because there's a lot of traffic on that. We are seeing the work going on. And I think it's important also to urge you to double efforts to see to the completion of that road. Because most bandits, most terrorists select very bad areas with dead ground to attack innocent people. If the road is good, like the one you want to construct now, Ilela, Badagry Superhighway, they won't have time to waylay anybody on the road. So Sokoto Zaria Road is of utmost importance to us. A lot of us go through that road every day. And I want to assure you, I will personally continue to disturb you. Whenever I see the work slowing down, I will reach out to you to remind you so that our people will now say, yes, you are doing what you are supposed to do. Please use the state governors of the states this highway is passing through. Empower them, work with them, so they ensure the road that passes through their state is completed and in record time. These governors have a lot of role to play. And in playing their roles, they use the traditional and other leaders to help them. So ensure that you use the governors at every time to see that, yes, you have them attached. Because if you have the governors attached, you have the people. Because the people are also there for the governors. So finally, I'm glad to hear the issue of railway by the Honorable Distinguished Senator Adamu Aliu. Railway is important. If you have railways that span through the length and breadth of this country, you will preserve the life of the roads. Because so many heavy haulage, on our roads really kill these roads. But if you have railways, I think you will reduce the heavy traffic on our roads. Sokoto deserves a rail line from here to Lagos so that you can connect everywhere else. So I want to urge you, through the Minister of Transportation, through Mr. President, whom I am also telling you I will disturb until we see this project takes off. Because 2015, we had this promise from the then government. But government is a continuous process. It's the same APC government, it's the same Federal Republic of Nigeria. We want to assure you we'll continue to disturb you and Minister of Transport until we see the rail lines start moving from Sokoto to other parts of the country. We thank you most sincerely. We pray to Almighty Allah take us back to our very destination safely. We want to thank you all for coming. We pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring peace and stability to our great country, Nigeria. Bring peace and stability to all our leaders, from the president to the governors to the local government chairman, to all the honorable ministers and senators here present. We thank you for supporting this project, especially our own Atiku Bagudu Abakar, Mutawal Lengwandu. We urge you to tighten your belt more. We're proud of what you are doing. We support you and we thank you most sincerely. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you. We're actually nearing the end of this event. It is now the time for the driver of this noble project to speak to us. I'll be inviting the two-time former governor of the Ebonyi State, former deputy majority leader of the Trans Senate, former two-time chair of the Governors Forum Southeast, the Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency Senator Engineer Mweze Teddy Umahi, to speak to us. Your Excellency, you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. You will play it again. When I come for the commissioning or when I come to collect my thing from His Eminence. Your Excellency, one of the youngest governors of this regime, one of the best performing governors, very cheerful man, a man with good heart. My own brother, His Excellency, Governor Alu Ahmed Sokoto, Governor Sokoto State. I won't break the protocol because I had requested that speakers will acknowledge the governor who represents the president and go ahead to rely on protocol in place. And so, Your Eminence, my dear brothers and sisters, I bring warm greetings from our father, the father of the nation, our dear President, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yesterday, when I was coming here, the contractor had appealed to me that they want to do this flag off at a different venue. And when the governor called me, I tried to convince him. At the end, I realized I did not convince him. And so on the way, Mr. President called and he said, Dave, where are you? I said, I'm on my way to Sokoto. He said, very good. Where are you flagging up? I said, kilometer 87. He said, I don't know where is kilometer 87. But I go to Ilela, they gave me the highest push. That's what he said to me. So I called immediately the contractor. I said, relocate. They wanted to tell me it was difficult. I said, presidential order, relocate. And today I'm very happy that the brand new machines of the contractor, they are in Ilela in obedience to the love expressed by the president for the people of Sokoto State, and in particular Ilela, where our project is starting. My dear Governor, let me thank you very, very much. You're a good man. You're a good man. Yesterday, when your deputy came to, who doubles as Minister of Works, one of his kind, I've never seen it anywhere, and the deputy governor was telling me the role of a deputy governor in the shoes of a governor. And he spent a lot of time telling me about how nice you are, how you treat your deputy governor and other leaders, not just from Sokoto State, across your region and Nigeria. And when I spoke to you, I said, were you once a deputy governor? He said, yes. I said, apart from having a good heart, it is always very important in the fear of God that what you don't want another person to do to you, or whatever thing that anyone would have done to you, you don't do it to another person. That is the greatest prayers. Governor, thank you. I needed to emphasize this because it's not very common to have this kind of relationship between the governor and the deputy governor. I was once a deputy governor. My governor did not treat me badly, but that does not mean that other deputy governors were as lucky as I am, or as lucky as the deputy governor of Sokoto is. Thank you very much, my dear governor. Thank you. We are here today to flag off and make manifest one of the 4 legacies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of the heartbeats of the renewed hope agenda, and the expression of the love for the people of our country, and today in particular Sokoto State. Let me say that the 4 legacy projects spanning over 2,800 kilometers in 6 lanes, that the entire northern Nigeria has a total of 52%, and the southern Nigerians have 48%. Mr. President is President of Nigeria, whether north or south. It is Nigeria that is developing. And let me put it on record again and again, the President inherited a total of 2,604 road projects when he came on board. And that the total cost of this project, as at then, was 13 trillion naira. And that the amount of projects completed and debt owed contractors as at May 29, 2023 was a total of 1.6 trillion. A lot of people have been coming to my office to say, please, we need projects, we'll be getting projects in Ministry of Works. Let me make it very clear, and I'm on national TV, that the funds, the envelope of the Ministry of Works in 2024 budget, as directed by Mr. President, and very uncommon decision, use it to make all the inherited projects alive. And that is what we are doing, even though we are now prioritizing the projects inherited and phasing the projects, within the limit of funds available. And so Mr. President needed to be commended. I've never seen a president that came on board and they put together and made alive all the heritage projects. And so we need to commend him very, very highly. The Sokoto Lagos Badagry is one of the spurs of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. The Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway has two spurs. We have the spur that is coming from this Ilela in Sokoto State and going through other 6 states down to Badagry. And this spur is a total of 468, whereas the main route is the Lagos Calabar is a total of 700 kilometers. The second spur is the one that we call the Trans-Hara, coming through Southeast to Benue, Benue to Kogi State, to Nasarawa, and we end in Abuja. And the fourth legacy project is taking off from Abuja and going through Jos, going through Bauchi, and ending in Gombe. And if you look at the map, it's a beautiful map to behold. And that will cover all the 6 regions of Nigeria. What a fair president we have. Just like my senior colleague, Senator Alero, said, this project was, was a dream by the Shagari administration 48 years back. And I believe that God sends his people from time to time and depending on the challenges of that moment to perform certain functions. And I believe strongly that by the divine coming of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of the key things that God wants him to do is to realize this dream of 48 years, which no any other president had the courage to attempt. And this project is having 6 lanes. Normally 3 lanes is 11.55, but I've increased it to 12 meters so that vehicles can easily pass without touching themselves. And so the 6 lanes from Sokoto to Badagry, we have faced it in construction and funding. And the president, you must have to appreciate him. Even though he's from Southwest, he's a man who believes that every part of this country is his own. And that's why he said the Sokoto, when you look at the name of the road, it was called Badagry Sokoto during the Shagari administration. But it was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that changed it to Sokoto Badagry because he wants it to start from Sokoto, and that's why we are here to make his directive come true. And so we have faced this project, phase 1, 120 kilometers in Sokoto State. We further phase this 120 kilometer into phase 1A and phase 1B. We have awarded the contract through selective tendering procurement. And when people attack me, I've always said I've broken no law. Whether it's procurement, whether it's making sure this project is in the appropriation, I have broken no law. My PAM secretary is a technocrat and he's a procurement officer. Even if I were going to break one, he will not let me break one. And so I'm not afraid of any attack. Our hands are very clean. This first phase is for 36 months, but the president will never let it be. They asked me, Umahi, how many years do you want to finish this project? I said, let me find out from the contractor. Now we had a meeting and agreed that this section is going to start in 3 independent sections, which means that the machines you see in one section is what you see in second section, is what you see in third section. And that is what we are going to do. So before 2027, this phase 1A will finish. Do you want phase 2A to finish? Sokoto people, do you want phase 1A, 1B to finish? Yeah, it's going to start around 2027. You know what to do. You did it before. You know what to do. The president you trust is the only one who will finish it. Because if others had the courage, 48 years, they would have attempted it. But no one did. A man of courage, a divine president. He will finish it, but he needs time to finish it. And like His Eminence said, we are working day and night. But 3 years is too small to finish. But we can finish in the next 6 years. Is it approved? Those in support say aye. We shall do it. We shall do it. We shall do it. And tomorrow, I say Nigerians, especially the route that these legacy projects are passing. And today, for Sokoto and tomorrow for KB, in particular, should be very grateful to Mr. President. And we owe him prayers. We owe him support. And we owe him good wishes. These projects are not just road projects, they are investments. And the ROI, which is called return on investment, are very, very high. I can assure you. And this road superhighway, as it is passing, it has a train track by the site. The Ministry of Transport, they are taking care of that. It has solar light all through the route. It has dams for electricity, for agriculture, for wind energy, and so on and so forth. And we are going to build toll station, I call it relief station, just like what we have in overseas. And so, maybe every 50 kilometers, you should be able to park. Have some cold drinks. If your vehicle spoiled, you have a tow van. You have security, house there. We are not going to allow security people to stay on the highway. Then we have viewing point because we are deploying CCTV camera all through the route. And so the aim is to have 10 minutes response for any eventuality. And so this is very innovative. And it's only President Ahmed Bola Tinubu that can do this. A demonstration of it is already in the making in Kefi to Makode that is being completed by him. We are tolling it. And we are also bringing something that is also happening outside the country. Nigerians are very intelligent people. We have to use our wisdom to do things. When you pass through the express in overseas, you see trees, just like I'm seeing trees in Sokoto State. What those trees are doing is that the carbon monoxide being emitted by vehicles are taken over by these trees. That is the food of the trees in the afternoon. And they will give you oxygen. Oxygen is for life. And so we are going to have trees along the entire corridor by the edges of the road. Who says we cannot do it? We can do it. It's just to have the same determination like Mr. President. Tomorrow, I invite everybody to please come with us to KB State by 10 a.m. We also be doing a similar assignment, a similar exercise of flagging up 258 kilometers, the biggest section in the entire 4 legacy project of Mr. President. But the idea is that it has to be continuous. 120 kilometers, we finish Sokoto State. 258, we finish KB. We go to Niger, and so on and so forth. And so tomorrow is the day of KB.
You hear some flutes, but this is a promise that you can depend on.
Thank you.
Be happy.
Thank you.
Be determined.
Thank you.
Be strong.
You know, thank you. The choice of concrete is because Mr. President wants to use concrete to ensure that any road we construct in his administration is going to last between 50 and 100 years. It's going to last that much. If you doubt it, you go to Oworonshoki, Apapa, that had defied all kinds of solutions in terms of road pavement. But today, you even have static, vehicles in thousands on that route, and there is no crack. And that's what the president is bringing here. We know that asphalt can do well, but concrete is the best. And the president thinks best for his people. And the choice of contractor, I'm not sure. Go and check everywhere in the country, even those that pride themselves the best contractor. No, the table has turned. I'm a fellow of Nigerian Society of Engineers. Alero is there too. There are many other engineers. The deputy governor. You can find out that this high-tech construction has over 2,000 equipment. In Lagos, Calabar, they are in about 5 sections, 5 subsections on section 1, and are working independent of every section. And look at their machines, they are brand new machines. And you see their workers very determined. The rep of Mr. President, in the course of my speech, I'm going to call them and hand them over to you. You are the Chief Security Officer, and the land belongs to you, plus your name, Sokoto Alu Ahmed. Let me say very great appreciation to the National Assembly, very unique 10th Assembly, the Senate President, the Speaker, the leadership of the National Assembly, my 2 leaders, the Works Chairman, and the stabilizer of our Works Committee, Senator Adamu Alero. I want to appreciate you people too highly. My own representative, the Deputy Leader of the 10th Senate. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for the respect for Mr. President. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the trust. And together, we will make Nigeria great again. No be so? And my own brother and my in-law, the Honorable Minister of Budget and Planning, thank you very much. Thank you for the support for Mr. President, support for road infrastructure. Road infrastructure is everything. And that's why together, and even in 2025 budget, we are determined to select between 6 and 8 projects, ongoing projects in all the regions, and give it life and give it attention. And I'm happy you're here, and I'm happy that you occupy the office you occupy. Thank you for all the support, together with my brother, the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. 2 of you, together with the Honorable Attorney General, we will realize this project because Mr. President has it to be done. And I commend the National Security Advisor. He has gone ahead to set up security committee for the entire stretch of this route. Thank you very much, the Chief of Army Staff. Thank you, the IGP, DGSSS, and all the other security agencies. Thank you for your response. Thank you for the way you work for us. Thank you for your commitment to Mr. President. Together we shall overcome. And to my brand new Minister of Work States, my own brother, we used to sit together, in a FEC. And when I introduced this project, he was clapping with his hands and with his legs and with his mouth. Today, because of your good heart, we are going to shake the bridge together. Welcome on board, and we bless Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our president, for bringing you on board. We will work together. We will work together very well. And to my performing PAM secretary that is like known. And when people think that we are very close, it's because we have common agenda. The same template for everybody. No twatwa, no magomago. If you are going to do twatwa or magomago, you will definitely meet the rock. So it is very easy to work with the Honorable Minister of Works, like the PAM Secretary, because we have one agenda: support Mr. President, fear God, and be honest to this country. And I want to commend you very, very highly. I thank you for Abuja Kano, my dear Permanent Secretary. This afternoon, I heard that all our efforts, that the youth came and stopped the contractor, because we have made it very clear. After 7 days from yesterday, if Beja does not remobilize to that route, because the president has done everything that a man can do to support Jilobeja. But we cut it to the wall. It's either we push down the wall or we take action. Because the wall is made of high-tech concrete wall. We can't push it down. So we have to take action. And the action is very simple. If within 7 days from 23rd, you fail to remobilize in 4 sections, we will issue 14 days termination notice following the due process. But I learned that people have been hired to stop the repair works and even the permanent work. I wish them well, because the commander-in-chief of this country is a man of courage and is going to get that road done. There will be no stopping of that project. Those who are trying to stop it should advise themselves. And Sokoto Badagry, yes, Your Eminence, the president has a very high stake in that project. He has sent security people. We have had a lot of our construction workers killed on that road. And let me also announce that the president directed we should use concrete on that road. And if you come to Sokoto here, you will see what CBC is doing. They have started to do the project on concrete. And in Zamfara, where Centraco is working, we also have tractor, we also have a mother cart. We are pushing them, and we assure you that while we solve the security problem, we are going to enhance the construction of that project. And to my directors, we thank you. Ministry of Works is a committee of one family with a common purpose to do the will of the president and to do the will of this country. They want good roads, and that is very paramount. And so we commend you very highly, Engineer Bakare, Engineer Obioha, Engineer Musa. Thank you very, very much. Before I end my speech, yeah, in Sokoto, Zamfara, Fontua, Kasena to Kaduna, that's the stretch in 350 kilometers by 2. That is 700 kilometers. The president is committed to completing it, and the Abuja to Kano is 375 kilometers, which is by 2, which is 750 kilometers. The president is committed to completing it. And every other place we have challenges, be assured that with the support of Mr. President, and with the ingenuity of the Ministry of Works, and with the support of the National Assembly, and this Excellence Bagudu that is here, is how much it costs for you that you will do. You will be sure that we will do.
The executive governor of Sokoto State, who is representing Mr. President at this all important occasion, Your Excellency, sir.
ولا قوة إلا بالله كان عليك بشيرك باوان بيئيما ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله أحمد عليك بشيرك باوان بيئيما ولا حول ولا قوة إلا
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Sokoto State, my brother and my friend, His Excellency Idris Muhammad Gobir, Your Excellency, the Sultan of Sokoto, distinguished senators, members of the House of Representatives, distinguished audience, allowed me to rest on the already established protocol and said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. His Excellency, Mr. President, Baba Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
Determined, be sure that Nigeria, the whole, is back, renewed, firm, and solid.
Had personally wanted to be here, but because of the equal other important state matters, he directed me to represent him at this all-important event, that is the flag off of the construction of 1,068 kilometer Ilela Badagry road project. So I thank Mr. President for the honor. All thanks are due to Allah, the Master of the Day of Judgment and the Lord of the universe, for making it possible for us to witness this historic day in our dear state. Let me start by expressing our profound gratitude to our able president, well-determined, very trusted, reliable president, a uniter and not a divider. I mean, Baba Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, was a special care and attention has been showing to Sokoto and its people. My distinguished audience, I would like to express our profound appreciation to the Honorable Minister of Works, I mean former governor, senator, and now minister, an engineer, a man of his words, a very committed and reliable. Distinguished senators, honorable members, and indeed all the great personalities that assemble here for official flag off of this important road project that connects north and southwest region of our country. I also want to thank Mr. President for this gigantic road project linking Sokoto State to the western part of our country, which is indeed a right step in the right direction. No doubt, this road project, when completed, would go a long way in improving the socio-economic and political well-being of many communities living not only in the northwest, but the entire northern Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, this road project will equally serve as catalyst for social interactions between communities and as well open up many agrarian communities that were hitherto located in remote areas, thereby enable them to transport their farm produce to market after cultivation. At this point, I want to assure the constructing firm of the project adequate security cover for the smooth operation of the project. We are indeed most grateful to Mr. President for this wonderful initiative, which is in line with Mr. President's Renew Hope agenda, aimed at giving Nigerians more trouble roads so as to fast-track movement of goods and services smoothly. We equally appreciate our dear President for the award of Sokoto Gusau Federal Road, which had for a very long time been begging for attention. Mr. President, we thank you most sincerely. This project is indeed the first of its kind in the whole world, whole northern Nigeria, and its quality is superb. No doubt, the road play a significant role in improving the socio-economic well-being of many communities, not only in Sokoto, but Sokoto, Zamfara, and Katsina State. We, the people of Sokoto State, were indebted to Mr. President for numerous assistance has been given to their state. This includes food and fertilizer, assistance under the federal government for latest measures, and other to reduce the hardship caused by the removal of oil subsidy and global economic downturn. Sokoto has equally benefited from the federal government conditional cash transfer, which has helped greatly in reducing poverty rate among our people. Mr. President's support to them to come. We thank you most sincerely, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me if I say Sokoto is the second home to Mr. President, considering how their state is to his heart. Only yesterday, Mr. President gave us additional ministerial seats in addition to existing one, and appointed many Sokoto indigents into federal government. Mr. President, Mungodi, Allah Sakad Alperi, may God continue to bless you and give you wisdom and the courage to take this country to the promised land. On the issue of insecurity, which has been our major concern in this part of the country, Mr. President has done excellently well, because since the time he directed the Honorable Minister for State Defense, Bello Mutawalli, and service chiefs to relocate to Sokoto, there has been a tremendous improvement in the fight against armed bandits that have been terrorizing our people. Mr. President, we thank you most sincerely. Mr. President, areas that were hitherto closed for years have now been opened. We thank you most sincerely. We thank you for your political will. You have shown it well, and you will continue doing it to our country. It is our prayer that the Almighty Allah would continue to give you courage, sustain the triumph. Now, on behalf of the government and good people of Sokoto State, I want to assure our President our own allies' support and cooperation with his administration to succeed. I want to assure Mr. President that the government and good people of Sokoto will never forget your love, will never forget your care and kindness to the state. In fact, words cannot explain how much you love our dear state. Mr. President, be rest assured that Sokoto will give you more votes than Lagos and Oyo State in your second tenure, inshallah. Distinguished audience, when we took over the affairs of Sokoto State, all our township roads were in a very bad condition and were full of potholes, thereby becoming a nightmare for road users in the city. The same thing also applies to almost all our major roundabouts in the city. But today, alhamdulillah, all this have now become a history, because it is now we have successfully reconstructed all the dilapidated township roads within Sokoto metropolis, which have since been commissioned. We are currently reconstructing many dilapidated township roads in both Sokoto South and Sokoto North local government, with a view to further provide easy movement of goods and services in the metropolis. We have so far covered a total of 121 township population, distinguished personalities. Some of these roads are Kuchi, Gidan Kambu, Lugu Junction, Wurno, Orgaba, Sabangari, Gwaranyo, Kirari, Wurno, Tunga, Kagara, Gidan Bango, Reason Yard, Yagawal, Nabaguda, Dogon Daji, Birnin Kebbi Road, Kurumi, Gidan Faruku, Gurmungawo, Garko, Mazangari, Ukumi, Abatuwa, Kurumi, Lukuyawa, as well as Kauren Mido, Kauren Miyo, and Abdulsalam Sipawa Road. All these are part of our deliberate attempts to connect various local governments through road network for enhanced economy and agricultural activities for our rural project. Let me at this juncture appeal to people of the state to continually round the present administration in our quest to build a new Sokoto that will all be proud of. A state that can compete favorably with other sister states in the Federation, as I promised during my electioneering campaign. Before I end my speech, let me once more thank the federal government under the leadership of our able president, Baba Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for all transformation taking place across the length and breadth of this country. We pray that Almighty Allah will continue to give our president good health and wisdom to succeed in his renewed hope agenda for the nation. Finally, I want to most sincerely appreciate the further role and guidance of my mentor, Senator Aliyu Magatakardar Wamako, Sarkin Yamman Sokoto, Sarkin Yakin Sokoto. May God reward him abundantly. Furthermore, I want to express our deep appreciation to the Honorable Minister of Works, the leadership of both the Senate and House of Representatives for their tremendous support in the policies and programs of Mr. President, which had laid the flag of this particular project among other projects. Finally, it is my greatest pleasure to, in the name of Allah, the most merciful, flag off 1,068-kilometer rocks project on behalf of the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I so unveil. Dukkanin godiya da yabo sun tabbata ga Allah, maɗaukakin sarki gagar misali, mamallakin ranar sakamako, wanda ya nuna muna wannan rana mai ɗimbin tarihi a jihanmu. Ina somawa da godiya ta musamman ga mai girma shugaban ƙasa kuma kwamandan askarawan Najeriya, Baba Ahmed Bola Tinubu, bisa ga kulawar da yake ba jihar Sokoto da kuma al'ummar jihar Sokoto baki daya. 'Yan uwana maza da mata, al'ummar jihar Sokoto, yau mun zo wannan rana domin bikin ƙaddamar da wata babban hanya mai ɗimbin tarihi, hanya wadda adda nisan kilomita fiye da 1000 wadda za ta tashi daga Sokoto zuwa Badagari ta jihar Legas, wadda mai girma shugaban ƙasa ya amince a sassasa a faɗin wannan jiha ta bi birnin Kebbi har ta isa Legas. Ina son in yi amfani da wannan dama in ja hankalinmu musamman al'ummar jihar Sokoto. An yi haka, ku shaidu ne, Baba Tinubu ya aiko mana abinci kyauta. Ku shaidu ne, kuma ina tabbacin cewa kuɗin da ake samu na cash transfer suna zuwa dukkaninku a cikin asusunku. Kowane lokaci aka motsa akan ji alert, 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 alert. Ina da tabbacin cewa duk wanda ake ba abinci bai son abincin nan ya ƙare. Ina da tabbacin cewa manoman da an ba takin zamani da iraruwa kyauta suna son ya ɗaure. Wannan alat da ake samu ana son ya ci gaba. Mahita guda ce, Baba Asuwajo Bola Tinubu. Idan ana son wannan alheri da ake samu ya ci gaba, to Bola Ahmed Tinubu shine zaɓin al'ummar jihar Sokoto. A madadinku baki ɗaya na faɗa ma Baba Bola Ahmed Tinubu kuma na ga mu dukkanin ilahirin al'ummar Najeriya. Tsayin da ni nan ina da tabbacin cewa Sokoto na ɗau alwashi kuma na yi ma babanmu albishirin cewa za mu yi jayayya da ƙasar Legas da ƙasar Ibadan idan Allah ya kai mu zaɓe na gaba. Saboda haka a gyara ɗamara, a shirya, a san cewa ba wata mafita in ana magana siyasa wadda ta wuce Baba Tinubu. Kamar yadda muka sani, ɗaya daga cikin abubuwan da suka shafe mu su ne matsalar tsaro. Ku shaida ne, mai girma shugaban ƙasa ya amince da cewa ministan tsaro na jiha Dr. Bello Mutawalle da sauran shugabannin tsaro su dawo jihar Sokoto su zauna. Tun lokacin da suka zo Sokoto suka zagaya, hatta da hanyoyin da an kai shekara 7.5 zuwa 8 ba a bi ba, ran na an bi. Tun lokacin da waɗannan suka zo a jihar Sokoto, abin da ya shahi tsaro ya ragu. 'Yan uwa na al'ummar Ilela, abin da ya shahi tsaro an samu cigaba ko ba a samu ba? To da an ce laifin daɗi ƙarewa. Zan ja birki a nan tare da ba da tabbacin cewa a madadin iyayenmu sarakuna, malaman addini, 'yan kasuwa, 'yan siyasa, iyaye mata,
Take your distance.
Yeah. Excellency the President, the lead back to the Honorable Minister of Work.
Okay.
masu kallo a daidai wani lokaci kamar yadda ke gani ministan aika na kasa David Umahi tare da Aisha, kin ga yadda
gwamnati za su kaddamar da wannan aiki na wannan titi kamar yadda kuke gani suna za su shiga motar domin su jarraba da kansu na kafa wannan aiki wasu kallon shiri ne kai tsaye daga da za a kaddamar da shimfiɗa titi da ke kai daga Sokoto kenan zuwa
Ok, to masu kallo kamar yadda kuke ji kuma kuke gani a daidai wannan gabar ministan ayyuka na musamman ko kuma ayyuka sanata David Umahi tare da gwamna Ahmad Aliyu Aisha kamar da kuke gani su ne suka wannan mota ko?
Kwarai kuwa masu kallon mu ga sunan sun hau wannan mota domin gwada shimfiɗa wannan titi da za a yi wanda zai fara daga nan Ilela inda muke yanzu har zuwa Badagry kenan da ke birnin Lagos.
Kuma kamar yadda muke gani shi dan kwangila na wannan kamfanin wato contracting firm shine zai yi jawabi dangane da tabbaci ko assurance da zai bayar al'umma cewa wannan aikin aiki ne da ake sa ran watakil suka dama a lokacin da aka riga aka tsara kamar da kuke gani dai saman shi kan shi ministan
kamar yadda shi jawabai suka gabata inda aka yi maganganu kan shi wannan shimfiɗa titi duba da yanayin da ke ciki yanzu inda duba da wannan yanayin an gyaggyara tituna domin ya zama na cewa mutane al'umma sun samu shige da fice ta cikin natsuwa da lumana kamar yadda ake so za ka duba ka ga tituna cikin gari da wajen gari duka ana kokari akwai garuruwan da za a ce tituna an fara su kamar in ka dubi yankin daga nan Sokoto in ka bi hanyar
zuwa Gusau abin da ya kai Zaria na jihar Kaduna ba
shi ma aikin na nan yana kan tafiya sannan ga wannan kuma da za a soma yanzu to kaga kuwa wannan za a ce shi mai girma shugaban kasa ya yi kokari na ganin cewa a jawabansu cewa
an kammala takin kasa wanda hakan ke nuni kenan an kammala wannan taron to kamar yadda nake muku bayani kuma masu kallo Aisha wannan hanyar da dama ita gwamnatin tarayya gargashin jagorancin shugaban kasa Bola musamman ga al'ummomin da suke tsakanin waɗannan yankuna.
Kwarai da gaske Aminu a jawaban ma da na saurara shine wato wannan titi da za a shimfiɗa zai kawo sauƙi ga musamman mutanen da ke ta wannan yankuna domin kuwa zai bunƙasa hidimomi.
Ku cikin 91 kake na ɗai.